Okay, so it's 2 p.m. We will start our live webinar today entitled Explore UTAR and Student Life. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jean and welcome to our webinar today. The duration of this slot is 1 hour, which is divided into 45 minutes for sharing session and 15 minutes for Q&A session. We are glad to invite 5 of UTAR ambassadors to share with us their students' life at UTAR. So I know some of you may wonder, what is actually UTAR Ambassador about? So UTAR Ambassadors, they are leaders of tomorrows. Our student ambassador plays an important role to provide new prospective students and their family a window into the reality of the university by sharing their student and university life experience and ease the transition process. Without further ado, we will welcome Ariana, Rowena, Jingxing, Zoe, and Yi-Eng.
Hi, my name is Ariana. I am from Sarawak and I'm currently studying Year 3, Sem 1 of Bachelor of Accounting, and I'm from the Faculty of Accountancy and Management.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rowena and I'm from UTAR Sungai Long campus, currently pursuing Bachelor of Accounting, Year 3, Semester 1, and I'm from Klang, Selangor. Thank you.
So hello everyone, I'm Heng Zheng Qing from Ipoh, Perak. So currently taking Psychology Year 2 Sem 1 student from FRS UTAR Kampa campus.
UTAR Kampa campus, and I'm currently taking Bachelor of Social Science Psychology, and I'm a Year 2 Semester 1 student.
Hi, my name is Chui Eng. So I'm from UTAR Kampa campus, and I'm now studying PR in Year 1 Sem 3. So I'm from Ipoh.
All right. So let's recap your memory maybe 2 to 3 years back. How did you guys actually know about UTAR? Joey, would you like to share with us?
Sure. So I know about UTAR through my relatives who graduated from UTAR.
So I know UTAR when I was in 2017. So I came for UTAR Leadership Camp, and also know UTAR from my cousin who just graduated from UTAR.
As for me, I got to know about UTAR through a senior from my hometown. He was doing foundation in science during that time.
As for me, I got to know about UTAR through my dad. He had heard a lot about it from newspapers and from his colleagues. And my older brother is also currently studying in UTAR, and he also told me a lot of good things about it.
So for me, I know about UTAR through education fair during secondary school, and also I know about UTAR through my true sister that have graduated from UTAR.
So Jingxing, probably you can share with us why you actually choose UTAR.
Yeah, sure. Firstly, why I chose UTAR is because UTAR is offering a course that I wanted at a more reasonable and affordable price. And also I have become interested with the program after I going through the course structure offered by UTAR on UTAR website. And also UTAR is near my hometown, so I can back to home during weekends.
So I'm from Ipoh, so I choose UTAR because near my hometown because I'm from Ipoh. Then since my house got like I have 3 siblings, so I need to get like a school, a uni with like affordable cost fee. So I choose UTAR because of cheap price, affordable price, and also near my hometown.
I decided to choose UTAR because it has a good reputation among employers in the industry. Besides, it is also the top 2 university in Malaysia. Its fees are also really affordable, and UTAR is far from my hometown, so I thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to learn to be independent.
As for me, it was due to the influence of my senior, whom I just mentioned. He told me that he enjoyed himself throughout his foundation year, whether in terms of academics or social life. He even said that transportation and accommodation were very convenient for students as well. And not to mention, there are many restaurants where the prices are very student friendly. And secondly, as like what Ariana mentioned, it was because UTAR is also well known for its accounting course, which is the course that I'm currently pursuing, and the fees are also very reasonable.
So as for me, I choose UTAR because UTAR offering high standards of teaching quality, and also UTAR is having a high
Perhaps you can speak a bit louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's much better.
Okay, so for me, I choose UTAR because UTAR is offering high standards of teaching quality, and also because UTAR is having a high apply rate.
Okay, so Joey and Rowena, I remember that you guys are from Shah Alam and also Klang. So how do you guys, where do you guys actually stay? Do you stay around the campus, and how do you move about to the campus?
Hello. Maybe I can go first.
Actually, Joey, you're quite soft. Maybe you can try to speak a bit louder.
Maybe I can go first. Can you hear me now?
Maybe Rowena, you can start first.
All right, I'll just go first. So as for me, I'm from Klang, but I still chose to stay around campus because it's much convenient. And the accommodation, there are many accommodations around Sungai Long campus, and the prices are also very reasonable. Where I stay is actually a landed property opposite of the campus, and it's only a 3 minutes walk. So it's very, very convenient.
See. So how about you, Arena? You're actually from Sarawak. So it's quite far away from where you are from. So do you actually stay around the campus? And how do you travel?
Yes, I do stay around the campus. I rented a room that's only 5 minutes away, so I will just walk to uni every morning.
Walking is a good exercise for you.
Definitely.
So how about Joey? See your back. Can you share with us about your accommodation?
So can you hear me now?
Yes, Joey.
All right. Sorry for this just now. Your question was, yes, I do stay around the campus because for UTAR Kampa campus, there are a lot of accommodation around our campus with various choice. So there are Westlake homes, condos, or apartment for students for us to choose based on our estimating living expenses.
See. So back then, as a new student in UTAR, what are the challenges you encountered during this transition period from the secondary school to the university? Let's start with Jingqing.
So sure. I think the most challenging part for transition period is my self-management because it's quite challenging for me to manage my time, schedule it, because university students have a lot of assignment and presentation and also exam midterms as well. So for my course, I got one assignment for each subject, so it's quite a lot. And also for presentation part, during my secondary school can say that I don't have any presentation. So when I enter the uni, I need to practice more for presentation because it also helps to prepare for the future actually.
As for me, I had trouble adapting to the study environment in university at first. I'm living away from home, so I need to be able to wake up on my own. Sometimes I will snooze my alarm and oversleep and miss morning classes. So it is definitely really important to know yourself. If you don't think you can wake up in the morning, try not to pick morning classes so you won't miss them. It's definitely also really important to manage your time efficiently, especially for those who will be living alone, because you need to allocate time to do your work, to do revision, as well as doing your house chores.
So for me, the transactions period from secondary school to university is very different in terms of timetable, because uni timetable is more flexible because our timetable is no longer fixed from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. We can now beat our own timetable based on the classes of time that we select, and that's why we have a more flexible timetable based on our choice. So as what the previous presenter has shared, that is that we have a lot of presentations. So it's good because it helps us to prepare for our future, and also it helps us to gain real world skills and help to develop our self-confidence.
So for me, the most challenging part for me is, like as Jinqing and Joey mentioned, we have like quite a lot of presentation and also assignment. But when I was in secondary school, there's no assignment and no presentation. So it's quite difficult for me to adapt this situation. And also when I was in Ipoh, so I stay with my family. But when I come to UTAR, then I need to stay alone and with my friends. So I need to be more independent. So will not be like all the time need to be very scheduled, like to how to balance my homework, my school stuff, and also my personal life. So it's quite challenging for me, this part.
As for me, the main challenge was, I guess, making new friends, because no one actually from my secondary school came to UTAR, at least not the Sungai Long campus. So making new friends was quite of a challenge because I was a bit shy back then. Apart from that, I guess is traveling around campus itself. Let's say if I were to go to a mall, we need to learn the bus route and how to take the MRT and everything. But I guess that's also very good for us because we can learn how to be more independent. And as for the timetable, we learn how to be more, our self-management increased definitely because we're not spoon-fed, no longer spoon-fed. So yeah.
A very good experience from this transition period. So Joey, I understand that you are actually very active in your students' activities. How do you manage your timetable and how does it look like? How do you manage your extra core curriculums? And perhaps you can share all these experiences with your juniors who will be joining us on the university life later.
Sure. So my timetable is like, for me, for my course, there's about 2 to 3 hours of lectures classes and also 1 to 1.5 hours of our tutorial classes. So regarding the extra core curriculums, so UTAR offers soft skills with 10 core components like digital literacy, critical thinking, leadership skills, and also 7 more. So UTAR is also offering student clubs and societies, students exchange opportunities, and study tours. So all these are helping us to gain our real world skills, and also we get to learn a lot through this. Yeah.
Yeah, and also as mentioned just now, Joey said that we also need to arrange our timetable and beat our timetable in every sem. So for me, my course is psychology. For year 1, my average duration for the lecture class is like about 2 hours, while tutorial class will be in 1 hour. But in year 2, maybe some subjects taking is a bit heavy, so that our duration for some lecture class will be 3 hours, but no worries, there will be some break in the middle. And also for soft skills, UTAR is offering a lot of workshop for students, so no worries. And also there are a variety of clubs and societies for students. For example, dance clubs, Aikido, peer helping program is actually a counseling program, and so on.
Okay, so for me, my timetable is like my lecture class is about 2 to 3 hours, and also tutorial class for like 1 to 2 hours. But different from them, I also have practical class for my design for media. So it's like about 2 hours for the practical class. And for me, I also joining like some extra curriculum. Like I'm joining UTAR Ambassador, and I also joining some program under some other departments. And also I have joined like other events that organized by students, like the upcoming event in maybe January intake.
As for me, I was actually the chairperson of UTAR Accounting Society for a year, and I also joined dance club, Catholic Student Society. We also have a lot of events, and apart from that, we also join like external events that may be held by the faculty or maybe other societies. And as for the extracurricular activities, I also joined the study tour last year to Japan. We picked Tokyo, Jisan Women's University. There's actually many more study tours like to Korea or to Vietnam, depending on us. And the fees are also quite reasonable depending on the location. Let's say Tokyo is much more expensive than Nagoya. And we go there, we learn the language and the culture of Japan instead of the course that we're pursuing. And we can also exempt it from our course, or we can also go as a holiday, depending on us. And from there, I met a lot of people, whether it's from Kampar or Sungai Long, because we don't necessarily have to go with our friends. So we made a lot of friends throughout the trip. And those students from Japan, they also came to UTAR, Kampar, and also Sungai Long. So we do meet up sometimes and bring them around KL or around Ipoh. So yeah.
I also joined a lot of societies. I was the vice chairperson of Accounting Society, chairperson of Catholic Student Society, and I did learn a lot about time management to manage my time with studies and also with other curricular activities. And besides these societies, I also joined other student organized events. And like what Rowena mentioned, I also took part in the study tour to Japan. There are other study tours offered, which is completely up to us as well. And in the Japan study tour, I learned a lot, not just about the culture in Japan, but I also learned about how their students study, their study methods, and a lot about their culture. So it was a really eye-opening experience, and I do encourage it to our juniors.
So I guess your student life has very much more activities as compared to what we think university students will have. You have a student exchange program, you have course-based, you have non-academic based club and societies all available for you to participate and join. So it's very interesting to know about that. So Yi-Eng, what is your program assessment and what are the tips for better examination preparations?
Okay, so for my course, I doesn't know other course, but for my program, I'm in PR. So our course is basically like 70% assessment, like our assignment base. So like another 30% for finals. But so as we have like assessment has put like so much percentage, like 70%. So we need to put more effort from on our assignment, because if we fail our assignment, then everything gone, you need to retake. So we will put more effort on it, but doesn't mean that tell you that doesn't need to study for final. You still need to study for final, but just put more effort on your assignment. And so for us, we will go for like library, or just enter like log into our Webble, so you can get like past year paper. So when you go through all the past year paper, you can find that there's like similar question that's coming out during our final. So we can just look at this past year paper and just spot some question and see how can you get like spot some question and just prepare for yourself. So maybe this kind of question will come out during a final, and you can get more marks for that. Thank you.
So I believe that's because you are in the public relations program. That's why you have 70 and 30. So how about Joey? You're in the psychology program. So how about yours? Is it the same as Yi-Eng?
Even though we are from the same faculty of Arts and Social Science, but it's slightly different from what Yi-Eng is experiencing for her coursework, because for me is the ratio is like 50-50 or 60-40 for my coursework and exam. So yeah, so it's slightly different. And also you have mentioned about tips for better examination preparation. As what Yi-Eng said just now is that yes, we can go to library, because our library you can access to many textbooks and also other sources that you can prepare well for your exam. So we are also given proper guidance throughout our whole semester. No matter long semester is 14 weeks, short semester for degree is about 7 weeks. So all this proper guidance will be given by our lecturers through the teaching plan in our Weber. And also we will have past year examinations available in our student portal. So there's different subjects past year examination that you can assess there. So you can practice more, just like how during our SPM time, we have different states past year examinations paper. Yeah, that's something similar with that, just that we get the past year exam papers from previous semester. And also our lecturers and tutor, they will provide us revisions and discussion during end of the semester, just to make sure that we are ready to go for final exam.
I see. So how about accounting? So is it again different?
For accounting is 40% coursework and 60% final examination. So all of us really stress for our final examination. But with that being said, just like what Joey and Ian mentioned, we do have past years that can be retrieved from portal, and we also have discussions and revision classes with our lecturers. And if we want to, we can definitely find for our lecturers for consultation hours. We just need to email them prior. And besides that, my tips for studying for final examination or any examination, for a matter of fact, is self-discipline and be more initiative. Because when it comes to university, we are no longer being spoon-fed. We have to be more independent. We need to go find a lecture ourselves, go print the notes, go to the library by ourselves and find for more information, or even just Google any information, or also have group studies with our friends. So I think that is very important.
So Ariana, I believe your coursework and examination would be same as Rowena.
Yes, that's right. Since we're both studying accounting, our coursework does take 40% and our final examination is 60%. So usually out of the 40%, 20% is midterms and the other 20% is assignments. So all of these are all equally important, especially in midterms, because we get to see where our weak points are and we can work on them so we can do better in our finals. And as what the others have mentioned, we do have past year papers in our student portal. Answers are not given, so it is completely up to our own initiative to download them and do them and consult our own lecturers to see if our answers are correct. And as what Rowena also mentioned, we do have the opportunity to consult our lecturers. It is also up to us to make appointments with them. So we do have to take note that everything is completely from our own initiative and self-discipline is very important.
Okay, so I believe coursework and examination percentage, it depends on your program. So as we have 3 different programs, they all have different coursework and examination percentage. So Ariana, would you like to share with us what are the academic and the student support available to ease your university study journey?
Of course, we have lecture classes and tutorial classes. As for me, I have lectures for 1 lecture and 1 tutorial class for every subject, where a lecture class is 2 hours or sometimes 3 hours, and our tutorial classes are 1.5 hours. So lecture classes are most of the time one-way communication where we take in the information given from our lecturers. And in tutorial classes, it is encouraged that we have a 2-way communication in the sense that we do our tutorial work and we respond to our tutors' questions in class, as this will facilitate better and more productive learning. Besides that, we also have consultation hours as mentioned previously. So each lecturer has specified and designated consultation hours. So it is up to us to email them to inform them that we want to consult them in the case that we have any questions for, let's say, midterms, assignments, or finals. That's all.
Okay. So like what you mentioned, tutor is more like a tuition or a group discussion in a smaller group where you can discuss with your tutors about what you have learned or what you do not understand from your lecture class. So Rowena, I believe you are currently back in your hometown because of IMCO and the online classes. So how do you actually cope with your studies during this MCO movement control order period?
For me, internet was never really a problem, but I think the main challenge is to wake up for class even though the bed is right next to me. So, but besides that, online classes are great. Lecturers are still equally efficient, whether it's physical or online classes. And I think online classes really encourage all of us to be more prompt and be more proactive in class because we don't have to show our faces and everyone can just type their questions in the meeting chat box. So lecturers will just answer the questions and students seem to be more proactive, like I said. And besides that, we even have discussions among ourselves and we seem to be more efficient in our assignment and also studying. And we have actually gotten used to online classes in the sense that we have to prepare our answers online and submit it for midterms. And we also learn more stuff like converting into PDF. We keep remembering how to do that already. And I think it's quite cool to actually have online classes, but I still miss the physical classes because I do miss my friends. But other than that, it's still equally efficient and good.
Yeah, and also for me, although during this MCO period, we're having online classes, but we can still consult our lecturer when we have any questions. We can consult our lecturers via Microsoft Teams and also PM them or email them and make an appointment with them. And also during online classes, the exam are more to hot questions, which is higher order thinking questions, and the exam will be conducted in open book mode. And also, I think solution for these challenges for me is I have to do more practice for it and find for the techniques in answering the question during final assessment.
Hey, that's great to know. So, how about Ariana? You're back in Sarawak, so I think there shouldn't be any problem for you to join us for the online classes, even though you're far from the campus. So, any tips or anything that you would like to share with us?
For me, I do think that it is very important to find a spot at home where it is most conducive for us to study, because most of us are very comfortable at home. Some of us might just let our lecture play and lie in bed. I do think it's even more important. That's why it's even more important to find a spot that's most comfortable. It has the fan there. It is not noisy. The line is good, so your connection wouldn't break when you have online classes. And in the case that you can't attend, it is also really important to play the recordings for our lectures because we have the privilege of that and we should make use of it.
Yeah, so it's still up to, even though you're back in your hometown or back home, it's still up to yourself, your independency to attend the classes as scheduled earlier. So all of you are UTAR ambassadors from Kampong and Sungai Long campus. So what have you actually learned from this program? So maybe we can start with Joey.
Sure. So I'm a UTAR ambassador from Kampong campus. So for me, the thing that I learned from this program is that our roles and responsibility is very important because we are responsible to organize a camp. It's called UTAR Leadership Camp, where our focus participant is secondary school students. And also we have UTAR Open Day, so we will have the roles to be a campus tour guide. So just to bring the visitors to go around our uni and to let our future students and also the parents to know that, this is how the campus look like and this is where they will have their classes, their tutorial classes, lecture classes, and how's the environment be like.
So as Joey mentioned, I'm also an ambassador from campus. So as Joey mentioned that we do have like open day, we have like maybe campus tour day. So during those days we have like so many visitors come in. So we need to like as a tour guide to bring them around our school, around our uni to introduce them about our environment. So during all this process, I've learned how to like communicate with others. So we as a like campus like tour, like like people who bring them to go around. So we need to like explain like very well, or maybe explain very details to them, so they won't get confused. And also I learned how to like work with others, because before that before I joined this program, I was like doing all these things to like by myself. I go for like event myself, or I just do assignment by myself. So when I joined UTAR ambassador, I learned how to work with others. As we as a team, we need to know how to work with others, so it wouldn't get like maybe conflicts or other problems happen.
And also for me as a UTAR ambassador, I've learned a lot from this program actually. For example, a more effective and efficient way in dealing with those unexpected situations during campus tour or open day. And also I learned to organize a campaign or event. And also as mentioned just now by Yvonne, we learned to have a more effective communication in clearing doubts for visitors during open day and campus tour.
Well, as for me, joining this UA program has made me a better person, in the sense that we all played different roles in different events, because by the end of the day, we are all one. And there is no rankings in our team, so we get to play the roles of a team player or a team leader from time to time. And because of this, I've learned so much, whether it is from organizing events, guiding campus tour from my friends, and also from our officer. And I also learned how to be more responsible, disciplined, and learn how to manage my time as well. And my people and communication skills have definitely improved throughout my UA program, because during guided campus tour, we are ought to communicate with the parents or students and clear their doubts about any of the courses or our student life in general. And I'm all in all very grateful for having such helpful and understanding superiors and friends in this program.
As for me, from this UTAR Ambassador program, I've learned a lot about how to work in a team, because out of a team of the 10 of us, there isn't a role such as this person is the leader who will lead all of us. All 10 of us are equal, and that's really important because we all need to show our leadership skills, and we also need to be good team players. And as what the others have mentioned, open days and guided campus tours have also helped me a lot in my communication skills, because as UTAR ambassadors, we represent UTAR, and we need to learn to carry ourselves well, because if we are guiding these tours and we are unsure of what UTAR is about, it will also not show a good image on myself and the university. So this pressure really helped me to learn to prepare myself, learn to express myself, and most importantly, to communicate my thoughts. And also, we have to learn to manage and communicate with different people. And this has also really greatly helped me with my interpersonal skills. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
Okay. So like I earlier mentioned, Youth Ambassador Program, it's about leadership. So it's about training your leadership skills for your better futures and so on. So they are not just doing the campus tour, they are also providing their student life experiences, sharing and guiding them to choose the right program and to choose the right location for their studies. So it's very important to have a good interpersonal communication, leadership skills, and also critical thinking, especially during the campus tour visit. Okay, so last question for you. What are your suggestions for our new students, or shall we call it your juniors? So shall we start with Rowena?
I would suggest my juniors to not be afraid to shine. One thing I regretted the most was not joining any of these societies or like UTAR ambassador program earlier, because as time goes by, your responsibilities tend to be heavier, and then by then you might not have the same energy as compared to when you were a young blood like foundation. So do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, whether it is to dance or to join any other course-based societies. But all in all, studies are still very important. And through this, we can learn how to balance our curricular activities and academics at the same time.
As for me, my suggestion is that enjoy your university life. Because I come from Selangor, and then my campus is at Kampar. Even though it's like not very near compared with Sungai Long campus for me, I do at first, because I'm the only one from my secondary school to go for Kampar campus. I was kind of afraid that maybe I won't get to make friends, or maybe I won't fit well in this university. But all in all, that I just felt that enjoy your university life, because you will get to make a lot of new friends and also learn many things from uni.
As for me, an advice for our juniors is to really not be afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. University is basically the last stop before we enter into the workforce, where we start working. So university is really a place for us to get to know more about ourselves. So we should really step out of our comfort zone to join different activities, different clubs and societies, get to network around different people, get to know different people, learn not to be shy, communicate with them. And also, a lot of people may think that university is the time to have fun and party, like what we see in the movies. Of course, we can do that, but it is also really important to remember that our studies is first and foremost our number one priority. So besides balancing fun, balancing our external student activities, we should also make sure we have enough time to study and focus on our studies and examinations.
So for me, my suggestion for new students or junior is always choose the subject that you are interested in, so that you can contribute or put more effort in pursuing what you want. And also don't be shy in talking and make friends, because everyone is friendly in university. So yeah, just enjoy it.
So for me, I would just suggest that just choose a program that you're really interested in. Like for me, when I was in back to foundation, so I have choose the wrong foundation course. I'll get into foundation in science, but luckily after one sem, I found that I really not interested in science. So I managed to change my program. Since it's still early, so we have time and chance to change my program. So my suggestion is to just choose things that you really want to do. Don't want to just simply choose one because you will not feeling to complete your study, or just want to continue when you are in degree. So, and also enjoy your student life, because if you are not planning to go for master, not going for PhD, and this might be the only chance that you can enjoy your uni life. Because when you go into step into the workplace, it's totally different things. So just enjoy your uni life when you have the chance, you have the the time to enjoy your life. Yeah.
Oh, that's a very wonderful sharing from all of you. Thank you for the sharing. So perhaps we can open the floor for more questions. And don't forget to fill out the evaluation form, and we will put the link in the chat box later. So meanwhile, while you're thinking of your questions or compiling your questions, let me share a short video about university life in UTAR. Okay, so we will share this short video, and we'll get back to the Q&A session later. Okay, so that is the short video about UTAR student life. So now we will go back to the Q&A session, and you can still drop your questions in the Q&A box down there, and then we will try to answer all your questions. Okay. And let's see what questions we have. Okay. So for the first question, says that I can't speak Chinese and my English is poor. Is it difficult to communicate with my coursemate in UTAR? So I think this question, Miss Ariana will be the best person to help us to clear the doubts for our juniors.
For me, I didn't come from a Chinese school, so I may be a bit weaker in speaking Chinese, but English isn't a problem for me. What I've experienced in UTAR is that almost everyone speaks Chinese, though there are also a few who will speak English with you and will also make an effort to do so, especially if you can't speak Chinese or any language they're speaking. And since we are from Malaysia, if we can't speak neither English nor Chinese, you can always fall back on BM and communicate. But with that said, it is very important to improve your English because our assignments are all in English. Examinations are also all in English. And when we step out into the workforce, English is also really important.
Okay, so any of you would like to add on to Ariana's answer just now? Okay, so we have another question. Which accommodation at UTAR Kampa will you most recommend? So perhaps our UF from UTAR Kampa can share with our student about where are you guys staying and how you would choose, what are the things that you will look out for when choosing accommodations. Maybe Yi-Eng, you would like to start first. Where are you staying, or which area are you staying at, and what are the things that you should look out for when it comes to accommodation?
Sure. So I'm staying in Westlake Villas condominium, which is just opposite to the campus. So if you want to plan to take a bicycle, it's like actually it's just a short distance. It's like about 10 minutes, then you can reach your campus. Until the first block is like block A is our heritage building, so it's about 10 minutes and you can reach. So for me, I'm having like taking a car. I'm driving. So actually, I don't suggest or recommend you go and like drive a car because it's actually quite hard for me to get a parking. It's easy to get a parking when you are in like having 8 a.m. class. But if your class is at about 12 or maybe 11 or afternoon, then it's very difficult for you to get like a parking. So I think the best maybe best transportation is like you can get a e-bike, as it doesn't need to put so much energy to just get it because it's like go electric, and it's easy for you to get a parking for that because it's like it's an open area, but they will give you an area, and the area they will limit like within this area is for bicycle and also for e-bikes, so you can just random get a place in that area to park your bicycle. Or maybe like for me, I'm staying in Westlake Villas condominium, so they will provide like transportation like van. So they will give you a timetable, so you can just go like just get a transportation like the van according to the schedule that they given. Yeah.
Okay, so as you mentioned that you're driving to the campus, so is there any cost for the parking stickers, or do you need any access to drive into the campus?
Yeah, of course. So as UTAR is really like encourage people to take bicycle, so they will get like maybe you need to pay for a fee for your parking. Like you need to get a parking like car sticker when you enter, if you want to park in the campus. So it's about like 160 cents for like a long semester, and for short semester will be like half of it. So if you really doesn't want to afford this cost, just take a bicycle. Yeah, because bicycle and e-bike doesn't need to get any sticker for that.
Okay, I see. So maybe Joey, you have anything to add on since you're also in Kampa campus?
Sure. So regarding the recommendations where to stay, I can say is based on your transportation to go to uni, because there's different places with like different choices. Like there's double story place, terrace house, and also condos, and also villas where Yi-Eng stay. So it all depends on how do you want to go to uni. So if you would like a healthy uni lifestyle where you would like to walk or cycle to uni, so maybe you can stay near the Westlake homes, where a lot of students stay there, and it's also the nearest place that you can go to the new town, where it's a city there. There's a place where a lot of restaurants and also printing shops are there. So it's very convenient for students who are new, and also they would take e-bike or bicycle to the uni. So Westlake Homes is one of the famous choice of our UTAR campus students.
Right. Okay, so I guess it depends on your budget and also what type of accommodation you're looking for. So perhaps if you would like to know more about how to choose or where to choose your accommodation around the campus, you can also visit our live chat in our study page. We can drop you a link to find out more about the accommodations available in our Kampa campus. Okay, so next we have another question regarding the master's program offered in Kampa or other campuses. So in regards to the master's program in Kampa, we do offer several programs under different faculties. So it depends on what program you're interested in. So if you are planning to move towards a business or a general master program, it will be Master of Business Administration offered in both campuses. And we have total of 4 master's programs. So it depends on what options or what are the specification that you would like to have for this your master's program. So in regards to this master program, we do actually have a few more upcoming webinar for masters. You can visit our webpage at study.utar.edu.my to find out more for our upcoming program preview of master's program. Okay, so we have another questions for it's asking about the living in UTAR. So whether it's convenient, whether the daily living is it convenient in UTAR. So maybe we can share about Kampa and also Sungai Long campus. So for this one, maybe for Kampa we will have Joey to share with us. And then from Sungai Long, maybe Rowena would like to share with us about Sungai Long. Okay, we'll start off in maybe Joey first.
For Kampa campus, so as I mentioned, I came from Selangor. So at first, before I went to Kampa, I thought it's like a like super small town with only a uni and also places to stay where we cannot easily get food and also other things. But it's wrong because Kampa is, even though it's a small town, but traveling around is also very easy. There's like hawker stalls in New Town and Old Town area. So we have also like Tesco, Econ Safe, and also Starbucks, or even fast food like McDonald's, KFC, Domino's are nearby us. So it's very easy for us to access to all these things. But if you're thinking for a mall, maybe not for Kampa campus. And also there's also a street for bubble tea lovers, and also we have like many food choices for our Kampa campus students.
So how about Sungai Long, Rowena?
For Sungai Long, there's a lot of mixed rice shops nearby. So normally all of us will prefer mixed rice, but obviously besides mixed rice, there are Western cuisine or Asian fusion. There's also bak kut teh. So it does feel like home sometimes because there's bak kut teh. And we also have banh mi and also other hawker stalls. And daily living, because everywhere is not really far from the campus, so we just walk and we're so used to that. But yeah, we normally just walk, and if we want to go to the mall, the nearest mall would be Sunway Velocity, or what are the malls are there? Leisure malls. We just need to take the MRT and then we can just go right ahead with our student touch and go. So we get half price. So not only is convenient, it's also cheap for us. So that's a bonus. And yeah.
So it's actually quite convenient to move around the campus as well. Okay, so just now we have a friend who inquired about master's program. So for Masters of Mathematics, it's available in our Sungai Long campus. Okay, so okay, next we have what to wear to class normally, and what do we need a collar shirt? So would you like to share with us about the attire as a UTAR student?
Yeah, sure. So actually the attire for student like actually t-shirt and jeans will do. So but for ladies we have like you can wear your dresses and also skirts, but there's like a length that's like fixed by the UTAR fixed by you, but so it's like you need to wear at least how long is like for your skirts. And so for the collar part, it doesn't need to be like, it's not a must to have a collar tee or collar shirt or skirt, but just don't wear a like, you know, like those, what's that called, like maybe you know, when you go for presentation, you wear like a shorts and maybe no collar and also no what's that called? What they call again? Like your sleeves, yeah, no sleeves. So
Sleeveless.
actually it's not really allowed for when you go for campus, or maybe if you wear a coat or a jacket, then it's okay. So, but don't worry about this. You'll be like briefed during the orientation day. Yeah.
Okay. So I think our ambassador Ian has already answered your questions. So next question will be, how much should we prepare if we are studying in our Kampar campus per month? Okay, so for this question, if let's say we are putting apart the tuition fees, it also depends on your accommodation budget and other living expenses. So generally about 700 to 1,000 should be more than enough. But it also depends on where you stay, because different accommodation locations will cost different amount. So if the lowest could be from 180 and the highest could be until 400. So it also depends on where you stay. Okay, so next questions we have would be, what are the library operating hours? So for library operating hours would be Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But during this MCO and RMCO period, so the operation will be Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. only. So for students who would like to visit the library, they also need to fill out a form to the through the library link before you can actually come back to use the library, because all our students are actually still attending online classes. Okay, so let's see if we have any more questions. E-certificate. For our Facebook friends, e-certificate. Do you mean the e-certificate for attending this this webinar? I'm not sure what you are actually asking. Which bank is used for PTPTN? For PTPTN, I believe it's public bank, but it's better you check with our examination department. They are also available on live chat from Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, 9 to 5 p.m. So you can also live chat or PM them in their website. Okay. So, okay, maybe we can take one last question before we end the webinar today. Okay, let's see. How can I apply as a student exchange? I think Rowena and Arina, you have experience in applying as a student exchange to other countries. So maybe you can share with our audience, how do you actually apply, or how did you get to know about this program and apply for the exchange program? Arina, you want to start first?
Okay, I'll go first. We actually didn't go for the student exchange, but we went for a study tour. But the process of registering for it is similar, because both student exchange and study tour are offered by the Department of Soft Skills and DSA as well. So student exchange will be 3 months. That's one long semester, or others can also opt for 6 months or a year. And study tour is usually 10 days or up to 2 weeks. So all we have to do, they actually have a Facebook page for soft skills department, where they will promote their different study tours in different dates and periods. And we can also just personally go to their department in university. Maybe not now, but maybe next time when we can go back. They have a list of study tours there that we can choose from.
Anything to add on, Rowena, from your side?
How we came to know about study tour is actually in our course plan, where we have co-curriculum, and then under co-curriculum we can either have study tour or learn other cultures, but in Malaysia, of course. So we picked study tour and we went to DSSC to find out more. And apparently there are a lot more study tours like to Korea, to Japan, but other locations. So yeah, that's how we find out about study tour. You don't have to purposely go and find out yourself because it's actually in our course plan. Either you can exempt it with co-curriculum in your course plan, or you can go as a vacay with your friends. So yeah, it's all up to us.
So it's not a compulsory program for you. All right. Okay. So, okay, I think that's about all the questions that we can answer through this webinar today. If you have further questions, you can drop us a message in our live chat from our study.utah.edu page. So once again, thank you all for joining us today, and we hope you enjoy it. So if you'd like to know more about UTAR, do visit our Cyber Open Day at study.utah.edu.my from 8th to 30th August 2020. We are available every day, 9 to 5 p.m. So this month's highlight for our Cyber Open Day is Life, Medical, and Health Sciences. So for next month, the highlight will be on business, creative industry, and also social science. So tomorrow, same time, we will be having a webinar on faculty preview for Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. So if you would like to join us for the other webinars, do click on the link and register with us. So once again, thank you all for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you. Bye-bye.